Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I have a few moments. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Walter Sims. I'm the Minister of Motivation, and I would like to get the attention of our President of these United States, President Barack Obama. Good evening, everybody. And I would like everybody to help me get this trending. Share this as much as you possibly can. We want to get the attention of our leaders. If a twerk video can go viral, surely a request to have a national day of prayer and a national day of nonviolence. Hey, Ty Fuller, we can get our government's attention. I would love to see our president call a day of prayer and nonviolence. Let's shut down 24 hours. Hey, success engagers. Let's shut our country down for 24 hours. Let's have a day of prayer and let's have a day of nonviolence. And let's call our community leaders together along with our law enforcement agents, and let's sit down to the table of brotherhood and let's make some very practical changes to the way we do business. And let me just start very succinctly and get this message out. I need this message to be about 30 to 60 seconds, and I will address it like this. Mr. President Barack Obama, I thank you for the tremendous job that you have done your 2 terms. I would like for your legacy to be a legacy that was labeled with the desire to stop the violent, heinous crimes that have occurred. What is my suggestion? I would challenge you, Mr. President, to call for a national day of prayer and a national day of nonviolence. What would this look like? We would come together state by state. Let's have prayer, and then let's have a day of nonviolence. Give the law enforcement agents a day off, and let's call for our community leaders to sit down with their local agencies around the table of brotherhood, and let's come up with some suggestions. I just submitted an article to the Good Men Project mapping out some very simple strategies. One of my strategies will simply be, if hands go up, guns go down. If hands go up, guns go down. So now the risk of violence toward the officer has been greatly reduced. Or if an officer approaches a vehicle, I'm sure there's a microphone on that squad car. Sir, ma'am, whoever on the ground, spread your legs, spread your arms. So now again, the risk, the threat from the potential perpetrator has been taken care of. But my heart's desire is for us as a nation to come together and let's solve this issue once and for all. Violence needs to stop. We need, as a nation, come together and let's sit down and talk. We as a community need to understand that our law enforcement officers' lives are on the line every day. The law enforcement agency needs to realize that we, the nation of America, we are not happy with this at all. Any life lost is one life too many, unnecessarily. All lives matter. So, Mr. President, as I close this brief Periscope broadcast, I would challenge you to think about calling for a national day of prayer and nonviolence. The Muslims have just celebrated the holiday of Ramadan. And what they did, they fasted and they prayed as a community for peace. Surely a nation whose currency has a subscription on it, in God we trust, surely there's enough God left in America that we can come together and pray. Isaiah 1:18 simply says, "Oh, now come now, let us reason together, saith the Lord." Thank you for considering this suggestion, Mr. President. Thank you. And my attitude is, if you stay high on life, life will stay high on you.